amazing to be able to travel around Bikini Bottom and the SpongeBob universe and see all the fish and see all of the main characters. I think that was amazing because I grew up with this show and I've been watching it since I've been alive. But the thing is I could tell that it was cheaped out a lot. Like when you got into the Krusty Krab, you couldn't go into the kitchen, nor Mr. Krabs' office or the bathrooms, which I thought was really fucking stupid. There was also some areas like the city market and the bank and the movie theater that you couldn't go into, even though those places have been seen in other episodes. You couldn't go into them, and they weren't made as areas you could fuck around in and get golden spatulas in or something, which I thought was also really stupid. I really liked the fluid movement in Battle for Bikini Bottom, especially with Sandy and SpongeBob. Not so much Patrick, but I don't really like playing as slow-moving tank-like characters. That's why I love playing as literally every Yakuza character known to mankind, but I really hate playing as Saejima because you do not need a tank in that game. You never did. But that's just me. Anyway, it can be glitchy sometimes, like when you're Sandy and you move from place to place by swinging with your lasso. Sometimes it won't register that you pressed circle, and then you will fall into the void, and when you respawn, all of the enemies show back up. Son of a bitch! It didn't register at all when you used the bubble bowl thing too. In the last part of my platinum run, when I was going through the Flying Dutchman's area, I had to go around these two ships, and when the swingy thing that Sandy does didn't work sometimes and I died, I had to switch to SpongeBob and use the bubble bowl thing to spin this thing that looks a lot like this. It doesn't look like a fidget spinner, but pretend this is the thing, and then quickly turn into Sandy and get on the platform before it goes back up. And it was such a pain in the ass because you could hit this thing a million times and it wouldn't spin, but sometimes it would spin on the first run, but most of the time it didn't do that and was really fucking annoying. And it got very old and very tedious after doing it 25 times in 5 minutes, because sometimes the enemies would just snipe you from afar, and it's like, what are we doing, Tony? But if this game was that bad, would I have gotten it as my 13th plat? No, I wouldn't have. So this doesn't mean the game is bad, it's just really hard. But all platformers are really hard. Like, the ones I played are really hard, unless you're counting Lego as being a platformer, then that shit is easy as hell. But if you're not counting Lego, which I'm not counting Lego, so you shouldn't count Lego. Don't count Lego, you fuckers. All platformer games are really hard in their own ways. Like, when I was playing through Tales of Kanzira Zao to platinum that game, the trinkets and the echoes were really fucking hard to get because there would be time trials and other things and jumps that seemed impossible, but I still platinumed that game, didn't I? To give you some more examples about hard platformers, Astrobot was a really hard game, and even though it seems like it would be easy as pie, it tricks you. It's so fucking hard. As well as, I can imagine when I was platinuming Rift Apart, it would be really hard, but it's been a long time. I remember frustrating parts, but I can't remember exactly what parts they were. Fuck. I apologize. I can't remember what parts they were because it's been like a few years since I platinumed Rift Apart, but it was still really hard, and all platformer games are really hard. So to get to the point, none of these games are bad, but it doesn't mean they weren't difficult. I could have said the same thing with Borderlands, but it's not a platformer, so we're not going to talk about that. Anyway, here are 3 quick tips for you if you want to platinum Battle for Bikini Bottom. Okay, so when you come across these fuckfaces with a force field around them and they shoot out oil, you don't want to go and hit the force field because then it will make you lose health. So what you want to do is you want to do something called the 2K tactic that I use in every 2K game because they never have enough ammo and they never have enough health kits. In those games, you would go behind cover and make sure you were far the fuck away from the enemies, and then you want to snipe them. Peek up, snipe at the enemy, and then go into cover, wait 5 seconds, and then do the same thing over and over and over again to make sure you get headshots. But in this game, we don't have guns because this is SpongeBob, but we do have a bubble missile that you can use, and it's very fucking useful. I call it the bubble nuke because anything that explodes in video games, I call nukes. Even if they aren't nukes or they are nukes, I call them a nuke because comedy, am I right? Anyway, so what you want to do is you want to do the same thing where you get out of range of the robot and you want to have cover, or at least be out of range if you don't have cover, and then you're going to use the bubble missile and you can only control the missile. So that's why you want to be in cover, because you can't control SpongeBob at all. And then once you go and take that force field down, you want to press L1 immediately so you can get the bubble missile out again and get the robot, and make sure you don't miss and don't die, because then you'll have to restart the tedious process all over again. Those bitches are so hard. You will thank me for this later if you platinum the game, because those bitches are painfully hard. To have less time spent on the game, if you want to just get through it quickly, I recommend every area you go into, make sure you get all of the collectibles, which means getting all of the socks and the spatulas and whatever else there is in that level before going into the next area. So, for example, before you go from Jellyfish Field into downtown Bikini Bottom, get every collectible you can. It will take a lot of time off your hands, and I didn't do that. So I had 18 hours spent on the game instead of like 14. So number 3, which is the last one, the dream levels are so fucking difficult. Do not mistake them for shit. Oh, but it's just a dream. No. These are so hard. They are the most difficult in the entire game, other than probably the Flying Dutchman mission I was talking about earlier. They were so hard. They were so difficult. Please make sure that you're ready for it. And make sure that fucking 2K tactic that I talked about earlier with those oil fucks, because those oil fucks are everywhere and they're gonna beat your ass. So make sure you do that. But that's about it for my tiny rant. If you want to see the semi-full playthrough of me playing through Battle for Bikini Bottom, you can see it on Live from the Silververse, which is my second channel, which I will have Let's Play videos on all the fucking time. I don't know if it's out yet by the time you're seeing this video, but if it is, have fun with that. But if it isn't, I'm sorry. It will be out there soon. Also, if you want to know what videos I'm planning next, if you go on my Tumblr page, you will see a list of the videos I have planned. I have each video planned, and right now it's only like 7 or 8 of them, I believe. I have a bunch of videos I want to make, but those are the ones that I have planned. But I don't have a planned scheduled date for them, but they are going to come out on a Saturday at 12:15, but I can't tell you what Saturday at 12:15. So thank you guys, and if you're going to Platinum Battle for Bikini Bottom because I talked too much in this video and it intrigued you, then have fun with that and don't die. See you guys next time.